Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Glad you could join me again. Hey, if you're new to the channel, how about hitting that subscribe button so you get notified of all future videos I produce, whether they be DIY projects, product reviews, automotive reviews, whatever they may be. You know I'm always looking out for you guys, so they're gonna be good. And remember to hit that bell or you won't get the notifications. Anyway, so today we're doing something a little different. It's a shopping guide. Today we're going to be doing a top 10 list of products or tools that you can get at Harbor Freight for under $10. Now, this is a random list. I'm not going in any particular order. We're not going to do best to worst or worst to best. Random order here. Don't think I'm saying any one of these is better than any other. They're just good, useful things you can get at Harbor Freight for under $10 that are just as good as if you buy it somewhere else and pay more. So this is a heads up list of things you can get at a good price, and they'll do the job. They'll do the job just fine, so why not, right? Okay, so random order here. Let's begin with our list. Oh, and by the way, if you think there are other things that are great at Harbor Freight that we should consider, put them in the comments down below. I'm just going to do a top 10, but it doesn't mean you can't add more down below in the comments. So feel free to tell me what you think are your favorites that should be added to the list so other people can read it too. Anyway, the top 10, here we go. In no particular order, I recommend the magnetic plates that you can get at Harbor Freight. These are about $4 or $5 each. They come in 6-inch and 4-inch, and sometimes you can get a coupon and get it for free. So whether you pay for it or get it for nothing, that is way under 10 bucks. And it is a convenient tool to have around because whenever you're working on your car, working on a project, whatever it is, you're going to have a bunch of loose screws that you don't want to lose. You don't want to drop them, lose them, whatever. Stick it on the plate and you got them there forever. They won't go flying across the room and you won't lose them. So this is a useful thing to have around. All right, number 2, in no particular order, nitride gloves. I get the 5mm, but if you want to get some of the other ones, that's fine. These are generally anywhere from $5 to $7 with coupon, with 20% off, whatever. It's under 10 bucks. They do just as good a job as any other brand out there. Most of the time, you're going to rip them, you're going to tear them, you're going to stain them, you're going to mess them up. Get the cheapest one. That's the way I look at it. I'd rather go through a bunch of them if I have to. They rip, they tear, throw it away, put on a new pair, protect your hands. Gotta have nice, soft, supple hands, right? Nobody likes a mechanic with ugly, greasy, disgusting hands. So get yourself a pack of nitride gloves for under $10. Moving along. Calipers. Yes, sir, calipers. This will give you all the adjustments, all the measurements you need for any project that you're working on, from down to minutia all the way up to 6 inches. And then from there on, you move on to other tools. So instead of spending 300 bucks someplace else for a caliper, go to Harbor Freight. They have these on sale all the time for under 10 bucks. Some of them are under 10 bucks. They have several ones to choose from, but with the coupon, with the 20% off, on sale, whatever, you can get this for under 10 bucks just like I did. And it's a convenient, useful measuring device to have in your toolbox. You never know when you're going to need it, and you should have it for that time when you actually do need it. And I made a review video on this thing. Go watch that one if you want to have more information on how this works. And moving on to the next one, a heat gun. How many projects have you done where you need to dry something, shrink something, get some paint release, get something, whatever it is? A heat gun comes in handy. This baby you can get at Harbor Freight for under 10 bucks all the time. Normally sells for about $8.99, something like that. And they may change the design, the model, who knows, doesn't really matter. Harbor Freight is always changing their stuff. But most of the time you can get this for under 10 bucks with a coupon, on sale, 20% off, 25% off, always available. This is a good item. I've had this for many, many years, maybe like, I don't know, 10 years or so, and it's been good to me, never broken down, always heated up sufficiently for what I needed to do. I would say it's a good item to have on hand, under $10. You never know when you're going to need it, especially for heat shrinking and stuff like that. It's a good item to have on hand. Check this out at Harbor Freight. An electrical testing device. How many times are you working around the house and you don't know if the wires that you're working on have current or don't have current? This is a simple little device to have in your toolbox. Doesn't take up much room. I mean, look at that. It's like 6 inches long. Doesn't take up any room at all. It's only about, I don't know, $3 to $6 somewhere in there. I forget exactly what I paid for it. I'll put an item up, just to give you the current price, but it's not very expensive. $5 or $6, and you're out the door with this guy, and you are working much safer. If you're doing any electrical work around the house or the shop or wherever, and you want to test and see if the lines have current, this is a good item to start with. I wouldn't rely on it 100%. Always practice safety. Be careful. Do not hurt yourself. But this is just one more tool in your arsenal to give you a quick heads up if something is live or not. And then you can go on to other more precise devices from there. Practice safety. Don't get hurt. All right? That's the next item there. And another item that you can get most of the time, if not all the time. You can get this for about $3 or $4 at Harbor Freight if you want to pay for it. If you're smart, you can check out one of their coupons and get it absolutely free. I mean, this is a freebie that they give away 99.9% of the times. And it may not seem like much, but it's a convenient little tool. It lights up really well. I mean, it's a small, compact design. You can get it into tight little places. It has 2 different modes. It has the light on the side so you can focus what you're working on. It has the other light on the top so you can get yourself a lot more lighting. You can't see it right now because I have the other light on, but you can see there, it lights up pretty well. And it's a freebie. Or if you want to buy a bunch of them and pay for it, it's only about $3. So it's really convenient to have in your closet for a power outage or something, in your glove box, trunk of your car for an emergency, in your toolbox, anywhere you need it to be. It is a convenient little device to keep on hand, and it's cheap and easy and only runs on a couple, 2 or 3 AA batteries, or AAA, I forget. Either way, convenient little thing to keep on hand. Moving right along. Something you may or may not be aware of, this is an impact screwdriver set. This only runs about $4 at Harbor Freight, and it's a good thing to have on hand. You can see right there, you have your impact screwdriver set with all the bits and stuff that go with it. Again, only around $4, and sometimes when you're working on, product devices, well, whatever it is that you're repairing that are seized up, the good thing about this is that it is like a handheld impact device. You put it together, you put all the bits on it, and what you do is you put it on something, you slam it with a hammer, and it pushes down and turns at the same time. So whatever screw or bolt you're trying to get undone, it will give you the pressure and twist it to get it undone. Again, for $4, and you can see you can put sockets and so forth on it. You can extend it beyond the bits that it comes with. You can adapt anything because it is a standard 3/8 drive, I believe it is. So you can put any sockets you want on it. So whether you're working on a motor, transmission, or any part of your car that you can't get loose, this can come in handy, especially if you don't have any air tools around. You just need a little bit of space to get a good whack with a hammer, and this baby will get anything loose that you want. And it goes both ways. It'll turn left or right, so it is adjustable in that respect. The next item. Another item that is very useful from Harbor Freight. The Pittsburgh brand adjustable, extendable socket ratchet wrench. This one is, if you're going to have something that does multiple things in your toolbox, this is a good one to have. Generally, it's about $9.99, $10, something like that. You can get it cheaper. If they happen to raise the price, go in with a 25 or 20% off coupon. You can get this under $10, and it's a good thing to have on hand. It's a 1/2-inch drive. It is your standard on-off back here. It's a regular ratchet, but it also extends out to be a breaker bar. So you can set it. It has many different detents. Let me show you so I don't have to stop at every one. You can see all the detents that it has right there, so you can adjust it to any position that you want. It works as a breaker bar, as a ratchet, both in one. It has a lifetime warranty, and this baby is heavy. Trust me, it is not a lightweight tool, so it is pretty darn good. You can get one from Snap-on if you want, but you're not going to get it for $10. So for under $10 here at Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh brand, I would say this is a good socket wrench, extension, all built into one, breaker bar, everything, all in one. I would say this is a good tool to have on hand. Another Pittsburgh item to have on hand, which is pretty good, if you're a basic home mechanic and you just need a quick torque wrench to be able to get things done, to make sure your settings are well, within what they should be. I mean, it may not be the most accurate in the world, but we're not building the space shuttle here, guys. We're just working on our cars at home. Unless you're doing some really critical transmission work on some of these fancy new transmissions or rebuilding the insides of a very complicated motor, you're not going to need something. You're not going to need the digital ones. You're not going to need something extremely precise or extremely complicated. The Pittsburgh torque wrench, this is the 1/2 inch that I have here. You can get this for $9.99 most of the time, and even lower with a coupon. And this will get you the proper torque setting for almost everything you need to do. And it is the click type torque wrench, so you know you don't have any batteries to worry about. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be accurate. And all you have to do is, after you're done, zero it out again, and it'll maintain the accuracy for your next time. And it comes in a handy dandy protective case to keep it ready for your next time. So under $10, a torque wrench. You want to spend more? Go for it. I would say for your average Joe working around the house on your car, this is accurate enough. And for number 10, regardless of what order, we're not doing order here. Item number 10, I would say your Pittsburgh screwdrivers from Harbor Freight. Now this is a 6 combination set. Pretty much covers all the screwdrivers that you need. I would say they're good enough to get things done, and they're good enough to keep in the trunk of your car, the glove box, spare toolbox that you have around in the shed, in your yard, whatever you choose to have an extra spare pair of screwdrivers. And the good thing about these is that no matter what happens to them, they are cheap. They're under 10 bucks, 4 or 5 bucks, something like that. Sometimes you can get them free with a coupon. And they are good to have around for all sorts of different reasons. They get lost, they break, they bend, whatever. It's a sacrificial set. Anything happens to them, you don't care. That way, you spare your good set from anything happening to them. So this is something good to get at Harbor Freight. And I'll give you a little secret. If you have a little annoying neighbor that comes and wants to borrow your tools all the time, this is the set you want to give them. Makes you look like a big man on campus. The guy says, or a girl, whoever, says, "Can I borrow a screwdriver?" You go, "Here, take the whole set. I'll bring it back in a couple days." Keep it. I don't care. I got money. Yeah, I'm a big spender. There you go. You don't care. It didn't cost you anything, or if it did, it's a couple bucks, and you don't get that pesky neighbor taking your good stuff and probably never seeing it again. So, a good set of screwdrivers from Harbor Freight for under 10 bucks, or possibly free. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that list, the top 10 list of things for under $10 at Harbor Freight. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have more items that you think are worth putting on this list, go ahead and put them down in the comments down below so everybody can benefit from it. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it too. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys will come back here another time and I'll make another great video for you guys. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye for now.